why knowing me and my foundation makes you understand why I was there the way I was for X, because my foundation was that I was abandoned.
Yeah.
My dad, who was my rock and everything, my first love, turned to drugs. Started abusing me verbally, mentally.
Your dad?
My dad. So and I was only 14 years old.
Were you ever physically abused by X?
Never physically abusive, but verbally. Verbally, definitely, and emotionally. And as I grew, I learned that all comes with that whole, the drugs. And when people ask me, because I get mail all the time, emails, because, on my Instagram, no, I'm sorry, no, emails and DMs, like,
yes.
Please help me, I need help to know, how did you be in a relationship so long and not, do that? And I was just like, number one, I learned how to love myself at a very young age. And just to watch how it didn't bring any good into his life. Why would I want to do that to myself?
Do you know anybody from his family? Like, does he have family? You mentioned.
Yeah, he has. He has a really big family.
Are you in touch with them at all?
Yes, I speak every once in a while. His mom is very cool. His aunts. But only because I live far out of, like 35 minutes out of New York, well, from Yonkers now, so I really don't interact with everybody like I would want to, but he has a big family.
How do you get along with his other babies' mothers? Because he's got a total of 8 children?
8, yeah.
What?
No, he has, I heard he has 15, including our 4.
What a mess.
Yeah, something that he never wanted. When we were kids, we always, talked about not, just having children together.
Yeah.
And not, because we know what it feels like but
just having your children together and not having them littered all around.
Yeah, because.
Do you know any of the other babies' moms? Do you get along, because now you're a big family, while the patriarch is in a critical moment. Because we don't know that rehab is going to work. I mean, I was caught up for a solid 10 years, doing the most by myself. Like, nobody really knew, go get my thing and be back home and flipping the blinds and being paranoid and stuff. But I never went to rehab. I just quit. I'm now so far removed from that life that I can make jokes about it. I can talk about it comfortably. I hope that I don't come off like a lecturer, because if I walked in a room and people were sniffing coke, I wouldn't lecture. I just walk out. Okay.
You're strong enough now to do
that. And to make jokes about it too, because you do some really foolish things.
Yeah, when you.
So it's going to take a moment for you to realize that this rehab this time around has really kicked in.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to be around to see that, because I'm moved on. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
You got a little boyfriend or something?
I did, but now I'm. Look at.
I'm saying, she's moved on, honey. How old are you?
I'm 46. Yeah.
How old is he?
46. He's the same age. We're the same. Well, he's a little older than me by months, but he's the same age.
It's really tough to teach an old dog new tricks. So when he gets out, the lure of the drugs are still going to be really, really tempting. Plus, when he gets out, then he goes on the road. So you're not there to babysit. I insist that this is a business made up of, you might have 3 people on one finger that care about you, and everybody else is out to make a dime. And I've seen it, and it's probably the most pathetic part of this business, is that nobody cares. As soon as they're not making their money, they're on their way. And the only thing you can do is enter this business being the strongest person you can.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But drugs make you weak, and so he's gonna go out on the road. How do you know they won't fuel his beast?
I don't.
When I say they, I'm talking about a supplier on the road.
No, just period. Yeah, in general, the demons that they, just.
Look, X, here's some coke, or here's some weed, or here's some drink, or whatever it is.
I don't. But I do believe and trust that. I think he's at the end of his rope now, and I trust and believe that. I have faith that he's tired, and I think that he's gonna.
Maybe if you guys can hire him a sober coach, say that's a person who has no interest in, with the Rough Riders and the Locks and whatnot are doing, Eve. He's got to get it back together. He leads that whole. Didn't I just describe the best concert ever?
Like I said, Wendy, as much as I love him because he's the father of my children.
You don't find him sexy anymore?
No, I really don't. I mean,
no drive-bys.
No drive-bys.
What if he gets out and he's sober for 2 years, and all of a sudden he shows up to see the kids for Christmas, gives them gifts, and you just look at him across the room,
Wendy,
and you see the beautiful family you've made, and the lights are flickering.
Oh my God!
Oh, come on now.
No, Wendy. You know why? Because.
And he takes you in his arms and says, "You were my first love, Tashera."
Have you ever been in a place where you just know that that that's not for you?
Yeah, I was just quizzing you.
No, and like I actually met someone special, and I'm gonna put I call them TS. Isn't that funny? It's the same initials as mine. They showed me what real love is about, and I know that was nothing but the universe, and I'm trusting God that maybe one day we may get back together. And that's real talk.
Wait a minute, you and TS or you and DX?
TS. I met someone after DX called TS. That's my little code name. And they really showed me what real love is about. Not saying that me and X wasn't real love, but that was the season. That was the beginning.
It's gonna be hard for you to date though, because people want to know about DMX, and people think that you've got a Brinks truck full of money.
Yes, that's my challenge now, because number one, I just want to be a regular person.
Yeah.
And I just want to use my life as a testimony from my childhood to everything I went through with X to where I am now. But just that DMX thing just can't go away.
No, it'll never go away. Because he'll never go away. I mean, he's an icon.
Oh yeah, he's definitely an icon, and but at the same time, I think it's gonna take, and that's why I hope one day me and him could come and people could really see
to the show.
Yeah, to the show. We and him are. I mean, we were friends since we were kids, so we will always be friends. But we're just in two different places. You know what I mean? And
yes.
I don't want to spend the rest of my life trying to. I mean, I feel like
trying to fix somebody.
Yeah, and he got it. God got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a real true believer in God.
Plus, you're 46, and quite frankly, a woman's 46 is totally different than a man's.
It is.
You know what I mean?
This is my prime.
Yes.
I'm ready to live.
Exactly. So when he does get out, he will not be living with you.
No, we've been. I mean, it's been 10 years.
Now, how is the money? Can we talk about the money? Because on Hot Topics, we've reported several times the money troubles. Quite a few of them are. He's $10 million in the hole.
That's exaggerated.
Okay,
that's definitely exaggerated. When it comes to the money, I feel like it goes without saying. X is an icon. He's a legend. He can go anywhere and make money.
He will always make money.
He will, and that's when I hear that they say he's broke. I'm like. I mean, he's not filthy rich like he used to be, but he's good.
Yeah.
He's an icon. I mean, anyone who even does music knows that X owns his publishing. So they love him all over the world. So X is good. I mean, I feel like, and I'm here to tell you, I can never really speak bad about that man because he's human. He's like everybody else. He had his issues.
Yeah.
He's trying to fight through them, and he's okay, and if he falls rock bottom, it's because he let himself go. But he can jump back up, and if people see him doing good, he can get a show. And
yes, especially because you know what, Tashera, for all them drugs that he was doing, he is not broke down looking.
He's not.
Like his skin still looks good.
He still looks vibrant.
Yes,
his energy,
which is a miracle.
It is, and that comes to show you God has a purpose for him, and that's why I feel good to let go.
So does he know about TS? Because a lot of times if you're with a guy for so long, even though he doesn't want you with anybody else.
Well, guess what, Wendy? Because I trust you guys, and I feel like it's time for me to just be honest. No, X doesn't know about TS. I don't think he wants to. I'm saying if you first hear it's on the Wendy Williams app. There is a TS. We're not together though, but I'm trusting God.
You and TS aren't together.
Me and TS are not together, but we were. But I kind of took some time for myself.
Okay, and you want him back?
Maybe.
Is he in the industry?
No, thank you, Jesus. He's not.
So,
But I'm single right now, though. I am single,
Gotcha.
and I'm trying to find me.
give me a memorable night where you had to deal with a groupie. Just because, you know, your man was on the road, one of the biggest rappers in the world, traveling all the time. You're at home with 4 children. You could only go out on the road a few times. Your man is nice looking, successful, and at one time very wealthy. Mm-hmm. Tell me about some groupie. These bitches.
You're right about that. I remember one time we were just getting some stuff out of a takeout restaurant, and a girl came and just threw her panties like I wasn't even there.
So what did X do?
You know what? And that's why I always got to speak high about him. He got pissed off. He said, "Excuse me, do you not see my effing wife right here?" I mean, we're not in a great place, but we're in a better place.
Okay, let's talk about that place. Does he know that you're here right now with me?
No, we will be happy.